Hi guys, today I decided to try drawing my Sona in 5 different styles. I decided why not try to draw my Sona as if they were in that specific media. Please note that I cannot make the style look directly the same, but I tried my best to. It was also fun for me to do, but very time consuming. So with that, let's look at these pieces. So this one was actually the very last one I drew, but the one I liked the most. You can see here that I struggled with the head and generally making a pose. But for all of these I made them full body, in which I suffered with, and was originally going to make them compositions since it normally takes 1 to 2 hours for me to make an art piece. Anyways, back to the piece, I decided to try to replicate the style of the manga instead of the anime, as I liked the manga covers for Dan. I was trying to draw a uniform for my Sona, then decided to instead give them a casual outfit. Whilst coloring this piece, I only just recognized how much watercolor texture was there and also how unique the hair is for coloring. I was using only the default Procreate brushes for all of these pieces. There was 2 styles I was originally going to try and replicate but completely gave up on them midway. Like several other artists, I cannot draw hand, and I'm only just realizing how bad they look. I know I said in my introduction video I wanted this video to be something with my OCs, and I was going to make it a redesign video, but oh my gosh, I have a stunt in the story. Anyways, please enjoy the rest of the speed paint. Here is the final result. Let's move on to the next art style. To be honest, this was the one I started off with. I already made a whole pose before scrapping it and finding some full body off of Pinterest. I feel like I'm very confident in the way I drew the face as I was deadly inspired by this style for ages. And as you'll see later, the costume I drew for my Sona is something I want to make an OC of, and I have quite a few ideas. I've been recently getting into Dolly's Factory and I have been inspired to make an OC like Maestro and Spinette. I also need to go back and read Marionetta to be prepared for new releases. So now you'll be able to see I tried to draw my Sona as a jester. I genuinely had zero idea for the colors, so forgive me if the colors don't seem captivating. And of course, I had to look on Pinterest to both make the outfits and draw a pattern for the outfit. I would believe that I would be a background character for majority of these. I know that making a different art style challenge isn't the best video to make when not much of your own art has been shown, but I have been dying to make a video like this, and also I feel like I should be experimental as I change my art style a lot. I don't have anything else to say, so please enjoy the rest of the speed paint. Here is the final result. On to the next style. I joined the fandom when Danganronpa got popular back in 2020. I liked V3 a lot compared to all the other game, so I made my Sona if it was in V3. Since Angie has already got Ultimate Artist and I couldn't think of anything else, I made them like Hajime. If in the story they definitely feel like they don't belong. This style I had definitely tried to draw in multiple times in the past. I'll definitely show if I have photos. They were pretty bad. Again, I did not want to draw a uniform, so I drew casual. I think I finally have my grudge against drawing uniforms. I randomly decided to add a wrist support, although I would wear it on my left hand instead of the right. Also, the 2 shirt style I think I really like ever since Kill Lua from Hunter. Hunter was my favorite character. When drawing the black strokes they do in every splash art background for Danganronpa characters, I'll admit I didn't replicate it to even look close, but better than giving up. The results will have a photo with and a photo without. I also tried to make the hair and clothes seem slightly overshaded in a way, as that is what is in the style. Also, if you get up to this point and like Danganronpa, tell me your favorite in the comments. Mine is Kokichi. I like his funny sprites and personality, and I also like Kibo. NV3 has a warm spot in my heart, and I don't understand how I haven't made fan art for it. Here is the result. Now on to the next style. I really wanted to do this style as it is so very unique, and I love Ree's content. I tried to draw my Sona, if they were in their own Prism uniform. I also wanted for the hair to be wild and crazy. I also drew Cat for Art Fight 2025. Speaking of Art Fight, I'll probably make some videos about it when it's closer to Art Fight. I used the lineup of the characters in their Prism uniform to make my own version, since all the characters have very different and very unique uniforms. This piece was the second quickest. However, the last speed paint was the one that took the least amount of time. My favorite thing in this piece is all the gradients I had to do. As I can tell, gradients are used a lot. I might be able to upload an OC redesign video, as at this current point of editing I have made 3 redesigns and making another one. So, let me know if you want me to do that. I'll also start posting animations if I even have the motivation to make one. Now thinking about it, I could have made extra sleeve to be blue. I really like the gold I drew. Here's the final result. Now let's get on to the last art style. I was originally going to do the style from the 2D cartoon series that only had like 6 episodes, but that was one that I gave up on. Whilst also mid-sketch I saw the legs and questioned it. I don't think I have ever seen legs drawn that way. I also tried to make stuff more naturalistic, so I made my Sona have brown eyes as they seem close to the purple for me, and made brown roots. My favorite characters in Miraculous at this current moment is probably Sublime, Aglaé, Cerise, Marinette, and Zoe. And I can't wait to see what Heart Fixer is all about, as there's a lot of stuff from trailers that make the episode seem very confusing. This piece was the fastest of the 5, and took less than an hour to complete. I also think the new animation is better with quality and how they made Marinette's hair more black, which is what her hair color is meant to be. Here is the final result. Thank you for watching this video, and please let me know if you get up to this point. Also, let me know what type of art video I should make next. With that, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Bye.